seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic and Hot Loss. I'm my guy, Mr. Rich Michaels, Mr. Joy Woods, Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson are unable to join us this evening. Whatever. We are here, still here to hold it down with that turnbuckle talk. We are still steps coming to you live on a beautiful Saturday evening, special edition, post Royal Rumble 2025. Royal Rumble just concluded moments ago. And man, oh man, talk about a great event. I think from the start to finish, this was one of the most solid WWE events I've watched in quite a long time. Probably since maybe night two of WrestleMania. Like this was one solid event. No, they've also had some events that were pretty solid since then, but this one, start to finish, this Royal Rumble match event was spectacular. Mr. Rich Michaels, first, how you doing this evening, and your thoughts on tonight's Royal Rumble event?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Can't complain, man.
I gotta tell you, I'm so excited. I mean, that Rumble just made me pumped. I think it started a little, and you and I are gonna get into that. I think it started a little bit on like a decline, but it definitely picked up, and I think it was a great event overall.
All right, yeah. Since you said something was a little bit underwhelming, you said before we went live, and let's jump into the entire card. Actually, we got Mr. Moya Fit popping in. Wasn't sure if he was actually joining us. Let me hold on one second. You.
Yo, what's up? I'm live from the car.
Look, you're in your Cena mode right now because we definitely can't see you.
Yeah, exactly. Being a parent, so it just is what it is.
but the case, I mean, we're glad to have you on tonight. I mean, definitely safe travels. I mean, to your next destination. But I mean, we're literally jumping right into tonight's Royal Rumble event. To me personally, I think this was like one of their best events by far, and quite a few months. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's definitely been one of the better Royal Rumbles that they've had in a while, especially since Triple H is basically taking over creative. He's been knocking it out of the park for everything he's pretty much been doing. Some things he's been lacking on, like a little bit, but it seems like out of all the stuff, the Royal Rumble has been one of his Achilles heels of not being the best events. But this one he definitely stepped it up on this one. So I'm glad how it turned out.
Definitely. Before we jump into the women's Rumble match, overall for the entire card, from a scale of 1 to 10, I probably would give it a 9.5. Chris, what would you give this card?
I would give it about a 9. Listening, it was like little stuff here and there that could have been a little bit more, I guess just to say a little more better or entertaining. Some spots that were a little iffy, but other than that, it still was enjoyable card. Like it wasn't like it wasn't because it didn't have too many low moments. That's what I appreciate about it. It wasn't a lot of a whole lot of dry spots. So for that, I definitely give it a 9.
Right, Rich. What would you give this card? Rich? Oh, sorry.
I'll probably give it a 9 too. I think hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
I'd give it a 9. I think yeah, I think again, it started off with the women's rumble. I was excited about it. It didn't start off clean, didn't start off well, in my opinion, but the rest of the event was phenomenal. So I give it a 9.
Hmm, interesting. I know you speak on the women's rumble match being underwhelming. Me, I thought it was like one of the best women's matches by far in its existence in the Royal Rumble format. Like I thought this was one. It was well balanced per se, as far as allowing those from NXT get their shine, as well as other members of the main roster who may not get a lot of shine, but they was able to get the rub during this particular match. We had moments with like a Lash Legend, Roxanne Perez, who was Julia, Stephanie, from NXT, being able to take part in this Rumble match. I mean, I think we all knew Jordan Grace was going to make another appearance, especially now signed with the
I think
WWE full time.
maybe why. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe why is because Charlotte entering maybe made it predictable. You know what I mean? So even though you had some entrants and people in there and stuff like that, once I didn't see Becca, I knew what was going to happen. I knew that Charlotte was going to win the match. So maybe that kind of dampened it a little bit for me. It wasn't. It was good. It was really, really, really good. I don't know. I would have liked to see. I definitely would have. I mean, seeing Alexa Bliss come back was phenomenal, and the way she came back was excellent. But I guess it just kind of put a damper because I kind of figured Charlotte was going to win from the get-go. Just the way they promoted the whole thing.
Right. And I think we all knew Charlotte was the favorite to win this match. Me personally, I wouldn't allow it to the point of let it be to the point of underwhelming. I mean, I get it. That's your opinion. But I feel like overall, I think every woman in this match did the damn thing. Now, me giving the grade a 9.5, I do take the 0.5, fifths of a point away, because I was hoping maybe that entry number 30 would have been G, but it ended up being Nikki Bella. No disrespect, to Nikki Bella or anything, but I just prefer for it to been G. But again, overall, was a pretty dope match. We had both Charlotte and Roxanne and Nia being like one of the final three members going towards the end of the match. Somehow, Nia was able to to be eliminated by Roxanne, and then we had Charlotte eliminating Roxanne, with her, of course, with no secret, her becoming the 2025 winner of the women's Rumble match. As far as like entries that were there, is there one person you probably would say, you know what, let me pull them and insert this person into this entry? For me, like I said, I thought Jay should have been the spot for Nikki Bella, but did any of y'all have that, like, you know what, I was hoping that this person would have been in the Rumble? Chris, I'll start with you.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that with a couple people. I thought the last three, like 28, 29, 30, I thought it was going to be Jade, Becky, and possibly AJ Lee. Yeah. So I thought that was going to be the last three, and I thought AJ Lee was going to be the number 30. And the roof, like, people would have lost their shit. Like, they would have went crazy. And even if she didn't win, the fact that she just showed up, that would have been crazy. I didn't need Nikki Bella at all. Like, at all. Like, I'm watching this with my wife. My wife was like, she knows their names, but she knows about description. She's like, so she came out, she was like, She's like, which one is that one? Is that the one who dated John Cena? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, they should. This is her words after that. She was like, oh, they should got the other twin. She's better. That's literally her. I was like, well, damn, like you know that.
I was about to say, at least she knows.
Yeah, like you know that. So it's like I didn't need Nikki. Honestly, as much as I love her, much as she's an icon, legend, all that, I didn't need Trish. I don't need Trish anymore like this because we know only because we know she's not going to win.
Right.
I know we go for the nostalgia pops and everything, but honestly, it was like, I mean, it was cool to see it, but it was like, did we really need Trish? It's like, nah. So it's like I didn't need Nikki. I didn't need Trish. I'm just glad to see my girl Jada there. I'm glad to see Roxanne there. Honestly, keep 100. I would say just those top two. Honestly, Nikki and Trish because I rather have Jade. I really wanted Jade. I wanted to see the interaction between her, Bianca, and Naomi because you want to set those seeds for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know, so like I thought that would have been the perfect opportunity, but it is what it is. But like, yeah, I wish Becky would have came back. I wish AJ would have came back. You know, I wish Jay would have came back. So those three should have been inserted instead of Nikki, Trish, and what's his name. And lastly, I don't know, maybe freaking what's my my girl, the pixie girl, pixie chicks who would be with Naomi, not no Nia. Who's with Nia? Candice LeRae. Yeah, I really didn't need Candice LeRae either like this because she's a great in-ring performer, but I don't think anybody would losing any sleep if she wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah, so those are my three that I wish were there.
Nah, I got you. Far as like with the Jade, Bianca, Naomi possible situation, it looks like they're probably going to stare in the direction of Bianca, Naomi, and Liv and Raquel. I think they're going to eventually, pull off a tag team championship, feud between the four of them. Especially after seeing what occurred on SmackDown, I think that's the direction that they're getting ready to head into. Rich, was there any participants in the women's Rumble match that you say, you know what, I probably would have removed them and insert this particular person?
Yeah, I definitely would have liked to see Jade in it and Becky. Nikki Bella, okay, nostalgia. Same thing with like Chris said, Trish Stratus, okay. To me though, I mean, and listen, NXT has a ton of talent in the women's division, but this thing was heavy NXT talent. Not J-Pog, I'm not talking about her. I'm not talking about, Roxanne Perez. I'm just saying there was a ton of NXT in this, and they probably could have put that spot with like a Jade or a Becky or somebody like that.
I got you. So now that we're moving on to WrestleMania, and with one Charlotte Flair being a winner, who do y'all feel she should go after? Which title? Rich.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, Chris, you got it. Good.
Oh, okay. I think it's kind of obvious that they're trying to set up this thing with her and Tiffany Stratton. I think it's been talked about for a little while now because they're basically mirror images of each other. The prissy, my shit don't stink. Everybody should bow down to me because I'm just that amazing character. Like I said, they're basically mirror images of each other, just a little different. They're both blondes. They're both athletic as hell. They both have this like certain charisma about themselves that you just can't help but to like be enamored with. And the interesting thing is, I wonder, even though Charlotte just came back and everything, is that Charlotte almost has that John Cena type of effect. Like people are happy to see her when she's back, but then immediately remember that they hate her. So it's like eventually, and people are loving the shit out of Tiffany right now. So it's like, what are they going to do they're trying to build Charlotte as a baby face, then people start booing the crap out of her, and everybody's cheering Tiffany. Is they if they do a pivot, it's like all right, but Tiffany, like honestly, Tiffany's to me is better as a freaking heel, but she is it's gonna be hard for her to be heel against Charlotte because everybody hates Charlotte. So it's like I think she's gonna go for Tiffany, but it's gonna be interesting to me to see how they're going to play it.
Oh, I want to give the universe a benefit of the doubt that they would actually, have good sportsmanship between the two if it were to happen.
Sure.
Like, sure. Like, right. Rich, which title would you prefer for Charlotte to go after for Mania?
Well, they did Charlotte and Rhea already. It would be cool to see her and Tiffany. Like Chris said, though, it's kind of hard because Tiffany would be great as a heel in this, but she's so over that the crowd cheers her all the time, and it's going to be hard to make her a heel and Charlotte the face. So, do they pivot and make Charlotte a heel? They could possibly, but to see her and Rhea again, like I said, been there, done that. Tiffany and Charlotte is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Just how they're going to get there.
Right. I don't think she's going to be seeing any hill time after the press conference they had this evening. Seeing more heavy baby face, especially like with the comeback. Chris Joey said, "Please let out a yeet one time."
Gotta give respect when respect is due. So big old yeet to Jey Uso. We'll get to that, but man. Glad I didn't place no bets on this Rumble.
Yeah, right. I think everybody been screwed.
Yeah.
Seriously, this might have been the one to probably do make the bet. Honestly.
Seriously.
But I don't know. Yesterday, didn't I say something about like what? I think I said this to you. Why not, Jay?
You did. You said why not, Jay? And I said just with this like freaking gumbo of superstars they had in this Royal Rumble. They're these top. I said Jay is hot as he can be. Like he's over as ever. But it's like I said, but he's in there with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, like those three heavy hitters right there alone just shadow him. Like, but it's like I guess they got it's clear they have other plans because these guys are so big of stars and so over. Clearly, the title is something that's not in their view right now. They clearly at a point where they don't need a title for whatever feud they have to be interesting.
Yeah, no, that's true. Before we get to the men's Rumble, let's discuss two matches that happened prior to the Rumble match, especially this tag team titles match, which was 2 out of 3 falls. With
real quick. I wanted to ask you guys a question real quick. I'm just real quick for the women's Rumble. Is there anybody that, even though we knew Charlotte was going to win, was there anybody you guys really wanted to win? Like you thought this was the time to be like, hey, we should put the ball in her hands?
Shockingly, I really didn't have like someone that I wanted to win.
Okay.
Although I think, damn, who did I pick yesterday? I forgot.
I think you picked Charlotte.
Yeah, I did go with Charlotte. Yeah, that was the more convincing choice, especially with the recent build up with the video package. Like you like literally wrote her WrestleMania ticket without having to participate in the Rumble just yet.
Yeah, it made the most sense. Yeah, it definitely made the most sense. I would just wonder if it was somebody else that you always like. You would just be like, you know what? Like I really wanted to give her a chance like this. Like I don't know. Like somebody who I think WWE should give. I ain't saying she should have won this, but somebody WWE should like invest more in. Honestly, like every time I see her, I'm like, yo, she got something, man. They just gotta find a niche for her. Is freaking Zoe Starks, man.
Yeah.
he is really freaking good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They just gotta get a better angle with
Yeah.
her to where she pops out more. Because right now, just who she is very bland.
She need to get out of that. They need honestly they need to dismantle that little faction that they got.
Group.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
doing nothing for all three of them. It's like, but it's like that's that we don't have nothing, creatively for you guys. We just gonna put y'all in a group.
Right. But let's just jump into this tag team match. More so the conclusion of the match, where we had the interference by the Street Profits. Listen, for them to have them do that on this type of stage, you got to be putting the titles on the Profits at some point, right?
You would think so.
Like,
You
that-
I would
you would
agree.
think so. Because now it's like, so what are we, and also too, what are we doing with them? Are we going to fall in with them as heels? Are they
right.
are they just like tough ass, tough dudes who now not so much on the playful comedic side. Now they're just like tough guys who just now taking things more serious. Like what do we do with them? It's like, so whatever they do, they gotta be all into it. Like this, like y'all, they're heels. Like no more of the comedic, funny stuff with it. Like they're straight up, no nonsense. We tired of being looked over. We want the belts. Like, because it's crazy that how long they've been without the tag team championships.
Yeah.
And they're one of the most consistent, best teams y'all have on the roster.
Yeah, it just seems like they get put in a position where it's like, they're always inserting them into like a temporary role, but then they're always coming up short when it comes to winning the tag team titles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time. And it's like, I'm just like, all right, well, you got, for some reason, clearly are not invested into the Montez Ford solo act. So it's like, which y'all should have been. But if you're not going to do that, all right, then you need to be full in on these guys as tag team.
Rich, what was you about to say?
No, I was going to say, you know what? I agree with both of you. They should have had these titles already. And if you're going to make them heel, make them heel. If you're going to make them face. But, have the titles on them. They are the most consistent, as Chris said, the most consistent tag team. And in my opinion, the best tag team, one of the best tag teams in WWE. The fact that they're not tag team champions is crazy. And maybe they're trying to right a wrong and get them involved in it, WWE. But yeah, the fact that the titles aren't on these two already is amazing. Crazy.
Yeah, granted, it took them some time to redevelop the tag team division, which now they're in a position where, like, okay, like you can maneuver these titles around more than what was going on before, especially now that they we got the titles divided as far as like on the respective brands. So like at this point, and especially SmackDown is like tag team heavy at this moment. Like, I don't see why Street Profits are at the top as far as being able to go for these titles. Now, don't get me wrong. This match tonight was definitely a 5-star match.
Did I say it? I said this match is going to be.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, this match definitely was one of the top matches of the night. But that shout out to both DIY and Motor City Machine Guns putting on for tonight. We got some spam comment that just popped in here. I am not putting this up. I was like, hey, I don't know nothing about that person. But yeah, so to be continued. I guess we'll probably see see the fallout of this on SmackDown this Friday. Pretty much Street Profits gonna want theirs, So the Universal title ladder match. One American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defeating Kevin Owens. I'm not gonna lie, this match was also fire too. I love the way KO carried this match. The spots, there was definitely some cringy moments in this match. As far as like some of the bumps that were being taken on the ladders, especially that one at the end of the match with the Alabama Slam, with Kevin Owens' head in between the ladder. Like, this was definitely a super dope match. My only knock on this match was the spot with Sami Zayn. I get it as far as him coming out as being like the concerned friend, in between both KO and still wanting to have like a neutral role, by way of Cody Rhodes being out there. I I probably would have. I probably would have held off on it now, knowing what the men's rumble result was. So, like, I feel like maybe this might be something that we'll probably see a little bit down the road. But if that was something that I probably would not have done, I probably would have held off as far as him being involved with going to be that particular match, unless they do decide to want to spin it to where it's like, okay, you see what you let your friend go through, what I mean, during this ladder match, like, shit, that's his match. Like, coming out there being a concerned friend. But I might have would have held off on it, knowing that he was also still coming out during the men's rumble match. But that's just my opinion. Rich, your thoughts on the Universal title ladder match?
So if you take the star power out of the men's rumble match, right? All the big stars that were on it, from a match standpoint, this was my favorite match. It really was. There was some crazy spots. Sometimes ladder matches don't live up to the hype. This was crazy. Both of them. I agree with you. I think Kevin did a great job carrying the match. I also agree there was no reason for Sammy to be out there, based on how things, evolved later on. We knew Cody was going to win. And Kevin Owens, credit to Kevin Owens. I mean, he's been 8 years without a singles championship, and the guy is great. He's great on the mic. He puts on great matches. He's always in this type of position. He always comes up short, but he always still makes himself believable as a contender and relevant. And it was a great match. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I will say he's probably been Cody's best opponent, or actually not just opponent, like feud alone, since he's held on to the title. Like, I don't think he's really had anything else that's been truly memorable, since holding on to the title. So
AJ Styles.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree.
It was all right.
AJ Styles.
Yeah,
Don't forget about it. Don't forget about France.
I got you. Yeah, that was a dope match. No, I'll give him that. But after that,
KO was definitely his best rivalry, though. It was.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, KO was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Storyline definitely. My 2 cents in this match, real quick. This match was crazy. Kevin Owens is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen that can lose a feud, but his stock still rises. Like, he never diminishes his worth. Like, he's just that good. Like, just all around. Like, for the passion he puts into the matches, the passion he puts into his promos, how he can be this just sarcastic dickhead, but then charming, funny guy at the snap of a finger, and the fans eat either one up. That's true talent, because not everybody can do that. Like, there's either you have it or you don't, and he has both. And then on top of that, he can actually freaking wrestle. Like, he puts on great matches. And like, in this ladder match was the type of ladder match I wanted. Like, you got two guys who build as really were friends, but now actually absolutely hate each other. I didn't want to, and this is a ladder match. They're not high flyers. They can do it, but it was not a high flying spot. It wasn't a bunch of splashes and flips. No, they were trying to like kill each other with a ladder, and
Right.
that's what you want. That's what you want to see in a blood feud like this. And so, like I said, some of them spots were tough to watch, and you just like they're going to be feeling that for the next 2 weeks
Oh
because
yeah.
so it's like let those men rest. WWE, they deserve it. like let them chill for a little bit. And yeah, man, that Alabama Slammer
Yeah.
spot through the ladder, and then on top of that, shout out this how good Kevin Owens is
Ooh.
and Cody Rhodes. They understand the significance of that spot because after he did it, he stood in that position for like the next
Mhm.
7 or 8 minutes, which I don't know how he was able to do it. Like he basically just bent over on his neck, and he's just sitting there, and it's just like he just gets it, man. Like Kevin Owens just gets it. So it was a really really good match, and like I said, it tests Cody's limits. Shows even though as Hot calls him cookie cutter, it shows when it's time to get dirty, he's going to get dirty. That Cody verse is ready and willing to come out, and when it does, man, it's going to be something. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he proved himself a little bit tonight. It's like,
Yeah, never,
nah,
never seen John Cena do that.
I get Cody his props. Like when he do show out when it's time to show out. I give him his props. That's where it stopped. It's The Rock. But shout out to Cody. You know what I mean?
And that jacket was fire. I'm like, oh, he part of Dipset.
Yeah, right. Shoot, but shout out to Cody.
Yeah.
Retaining the Universal title. So what's next for Cody? We may just find out based on this Rumble match. Yeah, I totally forgot I had that one spot there with Sammy and KO. I thought this was pretty significant.
Oh, that was a great shot. I noticed that live.
Yeah.
That shot, I was like, that's a great shot.
It was.
Right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna be like, yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, on one hand, I felt like it was unnecessary for him to be out there, but yeah, they're gonna circle back to this at some point. You can see it. Like, yeah, they're definitely going to circle back at some point. But let's jump into the men's Rumble match, which was pretty damn good, minus one botch that occurred,
Yeah.
that everybody totally ignored,
Yeah.
even the powers that be.
I'm looking like, come on, y'all. When it's that noticeable, you just gotta be like, all right, man, sorry, you gotta get out, bro. Sorry, we can't cover that up.
Right. But it was actually pretty dope to see both him and Penta and Ray, you know what I mean, starting out the Rumble match. Of course, you know what I mean, who knows when we'll actually see them go toe to toe in a WWE ring, in the future. So that it was gonna be pretty cool to see that happen. I actually meant to I wanted to rewind it back. Yo, shout out to Carmelo Hayes, man. Like his role right now and like in SmackDown, he might be one of my favorite stars at the moment.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes is amazing. He just told you some people just get what they do, and he
right. like this particular spot, after getting eliminated, and here comes, you know what I mean?
It don't matter what.
Would you say, Rich?
No, I was gonna say it doesn't matter where you put him. He just always makes his presence felt, and that's what I love about him, honestly.
Right, like this particular spot, like with Tozawa coming out, he pissed off because he talking about Melo, he pissed off for being eliminated, and then he see him coming out, and I just knew he was about to do something. Like soon as at this particular moment, I was like, yo, he about to whoop his ass for no reason. And sure enough, you know what I mean, knocked him to the ground, and he was, now unable to compete. So then, of course, with the shenanigans, somebody got to go and fight. So they ended up getting the kid I show speed to come and take his spot, which he actually took a crazy ass bump. He took that spear from
Yo,
Braun Breaker.
that spear. Oh my god. Yo, I said that man's concussed.
Oh yeah. Did you see it from like somebody's camera from the arena? It looked even worse.
Nah, yeah, I didn't see it. Oh my god.
Like he literally looked like a tackling dummy.
Yeah, I said, yo, Braun, yo, you gotta dial it back a little bit, bro.
Seriously.
Like, dude, like I get you missed the high intensity and all that was a Goldberg spear right there.
Right. But Otis ain't had to, had to toss my man on the commentator's desk like that.
Oh,
to
yeah.
pause, you know what I mean? For the angle. Like
I tell you, sometimes I be thinking the wrestlers still be getting a little upset. With the outsider come in like, nah, he gonna take my spot. Get my camera time.
Right. Shout out to Jacob Fatu, man. Oos was putting on. I think he had four eliminations to my count. I think both him and Roman might have had tied for the most in tonight's Rumble. Shout out, you know what I mean, for the
they both had four.
They did both have four.
Right.
Okay. A not so well kept secret. I think we all knew this gentleman was going to be joining the Rumble. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Shout out to Joe Hendry, making his Royal Rumble presence. I thought that was pretty dope. Rich, what were your thoughts on Joe Hendry making his Royal Rumble appearance?
I knew he was going to be in it. Like you said, the best kept secret. He was good in it. I would have wished he would have stood a little longer. He went out quicker than I thought he was going to go. And I get with the spots and who came in, like why he was, eliminated. But I would have thought he would have been in a little bit longer, just given the hype of him.
No, I got you. I think he had a nice amount of time for what it was.
Do you think he spent a reasonable time in the Rumble?
Yeah, absolutely. Only because if you look at the way the Rumble ended, I think there was that the build up as far as like the remaining 6 members that were part of the Rumble, like to pretty much have the continuation of that story with Roman, Seth, Drew, Punk, all of them being involved. I think what we saw from that now is the possibility of those individuals may now be vying for a spot for the Elimination Chamber. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm like, it was like a long lag.
Eliminated, I thought. Yeah, I could hear you. I thought so. No. So Roman eliminated him, right? I think.
I believe that's correct. Don't quote me on that.
Can you hear me? Is it lag?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
There he is.
I have to go back and check it.
I'm not, and listen, I get, like I said, the people that came out, how they wanted the storyline to play out with that. I just thought he would have been in a little bit longer. That's all. But we knew he was coming in. Great to see him in the ring during the Rumble. Got
you. Now, as far as like the final segment, Chris, I don't know if you can hear me or no.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Your thoughts as far as like this particular moment with Roman, Cena, your boy AJ. You know what I mean? Oops, sorry. everybody, like having that moment as far as like, going up against each other. Like, your thoughts that Cena last stand moment.
It was kind of like the people who played a significant role in Cena's career. Pretty much, it was like, it was like these were some of the key guys who like kept me, like not relevant because he's John Cena, but it kept my name in the top tier group because you're only as good as your feud. So his name. So like when you had Roman Reigns at like as far as not only just the big dog but the tribal chief was his name. Only people that was missing in that equation was Orton and Edge. There's only two people that was missing in that equation. What's name? So but with AJ was the fresh new face that he desperately needed at that time when AJ first came into WWE because SmackDown was getting very stale and stagnant. But when AJ came, it was a fresh new leash of life. Then he had this with Seth Rollins, all that stuff. That was like just key guys, and it was like almost like like this was like honestly the nostalgia moment of yeah, guys, this is it. So let's relish in this. Because like it's like this because we may not all be together in this ring again. So it was cool as hell, man. So it was interesting to see. It was like you just living it like damn, these are the goats of the WWE in the past 15 years or so, and like this might be the last time we see it.
Right. It was wild. It was wild. Like the whole like Logan Paul being entrant number 30. Like I knew he was built for this match. And for some reason, like the fan in me ignored it and was hoping for someone else to be entrant number 30 other than Logan Paul. As soon as it came out, I'm like, shit, man, I totally forgot he was even in this match, man. Like,
yeah.
But as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, wait, who did Logan Paul eliminate? Pivotal.
Eliminated CM Punk.
It was CM Punk. That's right. Yeah.
When that happened, I was like, "What the?"
Yeah. I'm like, hold up. That was wild. So I guess they probably going to build something. But the final two that we didn't see coming, Jey Uso, John Cena.
But just to talk that.
Yeah, Rich.
Just to talk real quick about that. Just talk about that sequence. So my nephew probably start watching it when you have entrant number 22 and you have Cena come out and you have Punk come out and then you have who was the next one that came out? Was it Rollins that came out?
Yeah.
They were like, oh my God, look at all these people. Who's going to win the thing? And I think that's what they were going for. They did it so well that they had one after the other because you knew they were going to be in it. And have that standoff in the ring was just phenomenal.
Right. No, that's the truth. Like once it got to that point, that's where I'm like, all right, this is anybody's match. Like it had that feeling. I thought they were going to go Punk, but they said nah. Change your plans.
I definitely thought they were going to go Punk. I want if I was a parlay, this is always the one little thing that kills my parlays because I want everything else, and then here we go. I'm like, for real, y'all.
Right.
Like, congratulations, like I said, once again, congratulations to Jey Uso, man. Like, this is cool. This is cool as hell. This is something that we didn't see coming, and that's what makes wrestling amazing and great. Like the stuff that you don't see coming. Like this, like when it's like sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's okay when it's predictable, when it's deserved. It's like when you know somebody's gonna win the Royal Rumble, it's like yeah, they should because they should have won. They're the best or they're on fire. Like I said, as much as on fire Jey Uso is, I just didn't peg him because of the amount of superstar talent that was in that ring at that current moment. You saw it, and you just like yeah, one of these guys are definitely winning. Look at this, and I guess that's what WWE also knew. So it was just like, yeah, but we'll hit a swerve. Like, we're going to make y'all think all these big hitters is going to win, but we're going to go with the guy who's been the hottest thing besides Cody and Roman in the last year.
That's good storytelling.
Yeah.
That's damn good storytelling.
Yes.
And and something that we always talk about here on Still Steps, as far as the long term story building. Like WWE does a pretty decent job when it comes to the long term story building. Now, where is this long term story building going to lead? I think that's the $1 million question. Going into the upcoming Raw and or SmackDown next Friday. What is the direction that they're going to allow these stars like who's CM Punk gonna be pissed? Well, we all know he's gonna be pissed off at Logan Paul first, but I'm beginning to think, for them, Roman, Seth, they're all probably gonna battle at the Elimination Chamber event coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like that's probably where things are gonna escalate. For the Elimination Chamber match. But shout out to Jey Uso, man. Yeah, who said it? I think Michael Cole said it at the end of the broadcast. He was like, he finally can utilize his name at main event to be in the main event at WrestleMania. So, Chris, do you believe now?
Listen, now I do. Now I do. Like I said, I told you he had that moniker main event Jey Uso. I used to be like this. Yeah, he don't win nothing though. He's like, call yourself main event, but you don't win. Like this is like, but that was my biggest knock on him. Was like, you call yourself main event, but you don't win. He never won the match to get in the main event, and then when he got to the main event, he would lose. So you're not main event. But right now, he was definitely star power. He definitely was star power. Now, like, look, you win the main event, Royal Rumble, you main event.
So have you ordered your Yeet shirt yet?
Nah, I'm still with Big Jim. No.
He back on the Yeet side.
No, he don't say it. You got people.
Yeah, he just do the mannerism.
Yeah, but this is what he does. He does this first.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No Yeet. So he does the gesture. He says, because Big Jim is him. Then he go, that's no Yeet. But nah, I'm Yeet. If I was in the arena and everybody was hitting it, I'll be doing it too.
I'm about to say you got to,
Yeah, I'll be doing it too.
It's
Sorry
a
not
beautiful
to. Shout
thing.
out to him, man. They're talking about he's earned it, man. He's a guy who started out from how the Usos came in to WWE to where he is now. It's crazy.
Yeah. What's the name? I don't know if you could circle back to the post show and hear the comments from Big E as far as coming up with Jay on the road, broke, but the both of them being broke and not having everything they need. Holy shit, we got some breaking NBA news that just happened. I hate to do this in between wrestling, but this is a big deal. According to Shams, the Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Sources tell ESPN. 3-team deal that also includes Utah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought they would never get rid of Luka Doncic.
Big man.
Dude, I didn't think they would get rid of AD.
Ever.
Yeah, right?
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeet. Like, oh snap. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's gonna be definitely more to come. Stay tuned to more details and information on all of the Talk Sports Network. I'm pretty sure the guys will probably talk about it, sometime in the morning or late today, since we are into the Sunday. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy right there. So, but again, shout out that guy Jey Uso, winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. Shout out to Charlotte Flair winning the 2025 Women's Rumble. And gentlemen, we are on to WrestleMania, the road to
Roll,
WrestleMania.
roll to WrestleMania. Get ready to spend your tax money.
Yeah, right. I ain't gonna lie, it had me looking a couple of times. I was like, maybe I could, maneuver some of this change. Yeah, I might be able to slide, but oh man, yeah.
Like them hotel prices are looking right now, and flights, and right now I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to fly. Keep 100. Stuff a little crazy in the world right now.
Right.
And like I said, once again, hearts and condolences are with the people who have gone through so much tragedy over the last week. What's his name? Like I said, we at Still Steps. Our hearts are with y'all. Prayers are with y'all. We just know love and live life, y'all. And as far as wrestling, that Samoan Dynasty, man, is something else. So just to put this in perspective, of that Anoa'i family, now you have Jey Uso, The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Yokozuna as Royal Rumble winners. That's crazy. That Anoa'i family is probably the best wrestling family ever.
Right. Rich, was you about to say something?
Hey, I got a question. Do you think, like, with how thing went with Gunther and stuff like that, do you think that Jay continues the story with Gunther? They go that route towards WrestleMania?
I think so. He kind of dropped a spoiler that he would like to continue the feud with Gunther since he had that loss at Saturday night's main event. So that looked like that may be the direction. I could definitely see that though, and then probably whoever wins the Elimination Chamber is going to go against Cody, which will probably then maybe be CM Punk by that time. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely him and Gunther. He wants to, right that wrong. He feels like he should have got that one. He still feels like he can do it. So it makes the most sense. They're definitely not going to do face versus face. WWE they just don't do that. At least not. It's definitely not for a WrestleMania headline match.
Right.
Even though the two times they did it, I think it was only 2 times, but it worked both times with Hogan, Warrior, and Brett and Shawn. It worked both times, but they just don't do that often, especially for WrestleMania main event.
Right. No, that's the truth. So, yeah, man, we are there on the road to WrestleMania. Definitely, everybody continue to tap in with us on Still Steps Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Gentlemen, before we cut on out of here, any final thoughts on tonight's pay-per-view event or premium live event? We're gonna be old school.
What's his name? Nah, man, like I said, this was one of the better Royal Rumbles they had in a while. And I'm glad, like I said, Royal Rumble is my favorite PLE event. Because that anticipation always gets me. So I always look forward to Royal Rumbles. I hope they continue to get better and better and have that more unpredictability aspect to it. Any match in between, I hope it's like a good match, not like a little filler match like this that pique people's interest and get that intrigue and just anticipation ready for the WrestleMania season, man. This is the start of it right here. So
yeah.
So overall, it was a decent event. So I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
Yeah, two quick things before we get on out of here. And Rich, I give you time to if you got any final thoughts. One, shout out to them, and their new stats that they provide during the Rumble match. I thought that was pretty dope. As far as when they have the eliminated or the entrant number, other participant, I thought that was pretty cool. Second, damn. I had there was a second to that. It just slipped my mind that fast, but I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, but no, I appreciate the the whole stats that they displayed on the screen, and damn, it was something else I had to say to that. But Rich, any final thoughts to get in before we cut out of here?
No, I agree with you. I think the stats was awesome. You see the entrance, who was eliminated, who wasn't. I loved it. And it was a really good Royal Rumble, one of the best ones that I've seen in a long time. And any PLE that doesn't have Goldberg in it is phenomenal.
Amen.
You knew I had to throw that in there, right?
Amen.
I had to throw that in there.
Amen.
So that this was a Goldberg free Royal Rumble, a Goldberg free Still Steps. It's like, no. All right, so we'll be circling back next Friday. You know what I mean, discussing what you know what I mean, the fallout from Raw, as well as any details developing from NXT, as well as what be ongoing with SmackDown, because we'll be rolling simultaneously while they're on. So all right, gentlemen, it's at the 55-minute mark. It is 12:20 Eastern time, and brother is tired. So
Amen.
got to go. So all right, this was Still Steps, powered by All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Mr. Rich Michaels, Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson. I am Politic and Hot, and we will holler at y'all next Friday. Till then, peace.